Modulo chapter 21 spoilers are here. In this chapter, we see that Saguri actually lost the fight against Maru. Dabura pops his domain expansion, and Mahito and Yuji meet up again. Let's get into the review. We start the chapter off with Maki and Saguri, young Saguri talking. Maki saying, "Losing something can be your strength, Saguri, but that kind of strength is a double-edged sword. When you seek power, don't throw away things you never needed to lose. I had a younger sister named Mai, and Saguri saying he knows about Mai, his other grandmother, and she's saying, thanks to Mai, I became stronger. But truly, did I really have to become stronger?" Then we get cut to what seems to be eggs and nests. That's probably correlating to Mai and Maki. They're the twins right there. And Maki saying, even if I weren't here, even if Mai didn't die, someone might have done something to fix it. Now I can say it was a sweet, naive fantasy. I keep wondering if we could have chosen the future when Mai is here, what would happen? Saguri tells Grandma Maki not to cry. And then we get cut to Maru crying from his third eye. And we realize that Saguri got slashed from Maru. So last chapter we all thought Saguri won the fight and slashed Maru. But in reality, Maru slashed him, and Maru was wondering, but why, Saguri? Why'd you let me cut you? If you followed through with that swing, Saguri would have won. Why did you let go of your sword? And then Saguri says, I don't know, but somehow, I just felt it was wrong after all. I feel like in the future, that's not how I would have wanted to win. And Maru gets mad at him, saying, this isn't right or wrong. It's about Yuka. Didn't you want to do all this for Yuka? And then Saguri says, yeah, but I don't know. I'm only 17. Which, in reality, he's doing all this stuff with 17. He has the whole weight of the world on his shoulders as a 17-year-old. Just like Yuji did when he was younger, bro. He had boxed Sukuna when he was barely in his adult years, if even adult. And then Maru said he doesn't understand. What is he supposed to do? On Earth, in Japan, the ones who've been living there since long ago, Saguri and the others, there's life here too. Cursed spirits also have life. And what we're asking for, but then those who had their places taken away from them, those who never had a place to begin with, what are we supposed to do? And Maru's sitting down next to what seems to be a Saguri bleeding out. It's probably up for him, bro. Gege already chapter 21. We already seen the main characters die, bro. Like it's crazy, man. And it's Maru sitting there saying, Saguri, I don't understand anything anymore. Cross you, cause someone help me. And then Rika comes out, the Rika, human form Rika, little child, she comes out and she just sits there, standing there, doesn't do say anything. And then we get cut to the spaceship the Crosser Maru built, and there's a Callian sitting there, and it's said to be the oldest Callian alive. Then we get cut to Maharaga versus Dabura again, and Dabura saying, so I should make it kind of a barrier. Then he says, does this technique also exist on Earth? And what we realize is that Dabura pops a domain expansion. Surprisingly, I don't know if it's surprising, but Dabura also has a domain expansion. So domain expansion isn't only just for Japan. Sumerians have domain expansion. So Sumerians are really just another form of sorcery at this point. Like if you didn't know already, reverse curse technique, domain expansion, curse techniques. Then we get cut to Yuji is with Maru in the Callian that I said was from the spaceship. They're here and Yuji's like, could it really be a Callian? So you know, which Yuji says that he knows about Callian and it's emerged from Todo. Todo making another appearance. Don't know how Todo knows about Callians and Sumerians. I mean that, what, 530,000 IQ is pitting in work right now. And Maru just says, that funny guy who has this musical instrument instead of a hand, which we know, but that instrument for a hand, he was pitting and working Sukuna with that. You can't cap, bro. And Maru does say this is the longest Callian ever alive. And Yuji says, oh, it really does resemble a cursed spirit. So then, why was I brought here? And then Maru says, my technique determined that you're suitable. And Itadori says, suitable for what? And he says, the cursed energy of Saguri and Yuta's grandfather, the ring, Rika's ring that we saw, by combining that along with my technique and his technique, I want to begin harmonizing between Earthlings and the Sumerians. However, I cannot proceed on my own. Itadori Yuji, I want you to pass judgment on this harmony and serve as a witness. And Maru talks about how I want to create a world where cursed spirits are no longer born. So Maru is trying to get rid of all the cursed spirits on Earth, essentially. Which, at that point, no more cursed spirits, then what is JJK? You know what I'm saying? So, I did say that Gege did say that this Mojo was gonna be a short story, like 30 chapters, maybe 40 if we get lucky. But it's about time we wrap this up. Honestly, I just see. I'm not sure how it's gonna end, but it's about time we're getting the last stretch of the manga right now. And you should say that is my big brother's in the unfulfilled wish of someone who once took care of him. Big brother gotta be Choso. He gotta be talking about Choso right now. And he pulls out a book, which I guess that's what Choso wanted before he died. And then Itadori said, "Alright, let's go." And then Maru says, "At first, I want to introduce you to somebody. He's like you. He, like you, is here to harmonize with my technique. It seems this place is a crossroad for every soul on earth, and he appears to be one of its inhabitants." And then we enter the room, and yes, man, I was right. Mahito does appear, and he said, "Itadori Yuji, you're late. I've been waiting for you because unless you died first, I couldn't. It took so long. Wait, how'd you die? On second thought, you're not dead, right?" Mahito, Itadori seeing each other. Hey, it happened. I don't know if they're gonna fight though, cause I guess we need Mahito for this get rid of all the cursed spirits. Probably because his technique is turn people into cursed objects or cursed spirits like that. And then Yuji says, "I would just call it to you, really." And then Mahito's on the ground. Itadori is walking him down, just like he did in back in the manga in the JJK. He says, "Hey, why the hell I've been waiting all this time?" And then with Maru, Itadori, and Mahito on the ground looking terrified, cause his killer is right beside him, bro. And Itadori did say, "If you're reborn as a curse, I will kill you again." So all three of them right there, the narrator says the goal is harmony of the world. So that's where the chapter ends, honestly. What it seems to be like, they're going to try their best to get rid of all the cursed spirits, which is probably going to end the manga like that. Dabura pops his domain expansion. Don't know what it does yet. It just looks like this is eye in the minute. I mean, there's not much to it. We don't know what it does. Hopefully, we get an explanation on that in the upcoming chapters. R.I.P. Saguri. If he really is dead, bro, like R.I.P. man. Why? I mean, it's Gege, but like, come on, man. Yuka was already gonna die. We're gonna lose Yuka and Saguri, cause Yuka, if she's not already dead, she's about to die soon because of her disease. So that just sucks for that, honestly. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm gonna see you next one. Peace.